It is a David versus Goliath matchup in the A division as we see the number 4 seed Whalers take on the defending champions, number 2 seed Big Hawks. Welcome to the RSHL. Daniel Wilson from the studio. Well, number 1 seed Evil Empire did not make it through after taking a stunning defeat to the Whalers. So this will make for an interesting matchup. But let's start with the defending champions, the Big Hawks, who have been champions for 2 seasons in a row, not counting our COVID break. Most of the scoring has come from the back end. Reed Southern with a goal and 2 assists. He comes in with 3 points. Chris Lons right behind him with 1 goal, 1 assist. But the 2 other goals have come from David Lane and Martin Witt, one of the new guys on the team. So the Big Hawks come in with a lot of offensive power. And so this is something that the Whalers are going to have to sacrifice the body to block those shots and help out their goaltender in net. Which, speaking of, Jim Trebus has had a rough start to the playoffs. He came in with a 3 goal against average and a .727 save percentage. But Jim Trebus has been known to be a very reliable goalie. So I would not put it past him to actually make a good outing in this critical matchup. But there's no doubt who the guy to watch is, Nick Cassetta, who has been a spectacular player, great ball handling. He has been great with his speed, and he is easily one of the best players in the A division. So this is not going to be an easy matchup for the Big Hawks, but we'll see how things turn out as we head to the ball drop, and it's next.
Officials for this game: Kevin Frost at center, Chris Valley and Mitch Stevens on the boards. We get close to ready. It was a shocker that the Evil Empire did not make it to the final, but the number 4 seeded Whalers did. And we are underway in the A Division final. There's only one time that I remember a number 4 seed coming all the way back to win the Carolina Cup. That was the Evil Empire a few years ago. As it's chipped down the floor into the left corner. The Hawks trying to chip it off the boards. Southern tries to center up, was looking for Witt. Just out of his reach. Nick Cassetta rushes in. Gets there, shot and a save by Kamoshi with the stick. Tried to center up, and Witt will take control for the Hawks around the boards. And they will try to get there for a second. Oh my goodness, a big collision there. That was a huge collision between Lunds and Nick Cassetta. I don't think there's anything malicious about it, but Lunds is limping. My goodness, what on earth happened? I don't think they saw each other. But no call. And the face-off will come all the way back to the Hawks zone. Wow. And all the way down to David Lane on the right corner. Gets around. Jarvis tries to center up. Intercepted attempt to clear is blocked by Witt. Shot just a little wide. May have just got a bit of leather off of Jim Trebus. Pops it up. And back it goes. And Ryan Doolittle trying to pass to himself. And back it goes to the top of the circle. And then a shot from Edgecombe was blocked. Pelka tries to play back. Intercepted by Nato. Tries to center up off of Pelka. Young gets away. Has a chance for Nato. Good stick by Pelka.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Just into Viverito tries to play off the board, but they said it went out of play, and there we can expect this will stay inside the neutral zone. And the refs are discussing where in the neutral zone to put it, and they say put it on the Big Hawks side.
Hey, too little way to get back on that one play. Oh,
yeah. And Coin tips it up. Nick Cassetta taking a couple of looks out, trying to go back over to Brendan Goodfleisch, but it just hops his stick. Pelka around to Goodfleisch. It will just lift it a little too much as it hits the ceiling. Southern tried to take advantage, but Pelka gets it away over to Cassetta, who tried to go over to Behrman. And it's recovered by the Big Hawks. Shot just going a little wide of the net. And will be picked up behind the net by Kevin Darst. Give it away. Shot, pat save by Trebus. And another turnover. Another attempted shot was blocked.
Get it across the line.
And the Whalers starting to have trouble transitioning out of their defensive zone. They get it now, but they give it back down over to Riordan. Off the boards, Ennis try to go up to Chris Young, just a little out of reach, and Darst will take it behind the net, backhands it back around, looking for Nick Cassetta. Cassetta was trying to push it up forward, but intercepted by Young. Pass it over, shot from Nato, it's saved by Trebus. Left corner, Lane behind the net, getting pestered by Cassetta. Lane again on the right circle, tries to play back, but a waveboard pass gives it up to Behrman, and he'll clear down. Ennis, but it's leaving, he'll go off for the change. Lane pressured and almost stripped of the ball.
Go, Justin, go!
Viverito tried to get around, but ran into a roadblock. Southern tried to center up for Witt, but it is back the other way for the Whalers. Edgecombe trying to get his way around, unable. Going down, trying to draw a call, and yes, they say that's a penalty, and the Hawks will go on the power play.
All right, 10 go. All right, you two stay. Ryan, you make forward, take the forward. Actually, I need a G-man. What's the team with me? Okay. All right, Nick, you play D.
So Brendan Goodfleisch in the box for the Whalers, and our first power play of the game. Back over to Brian Hooks at the point. Left to Witt. Try that shot, that's blocked. One-timer from Southern, and that is stopped by Trebus. Loose ball, and almost got through, an emergency save from Trebus. Another shot and another stop by Trebus, and he will hold on. Won by the Hawks. Face over to Southern, shot! Squeezes the pads, and Trebus has it.
Leave him open. And we had 3 up high right there.
Trying to go back hard to the point, now back to Witt. Tries a shot just a little wide of the net. Trebus was thinking about coming out the cover, but leaves it. Battle for possession behind the net. Whalers trying to get, oh my goodness, that almost hit something up front. And out it goes, and the Whalers dodged a couple of bullets there. And stretch pass, that's gonna come all the way back.
Left.
And that's just gonna kill penalty time for the Whalers. And now he'll just ship it down the floor. Kamoshi will leave it for Brian Hooks. Backhands it to Witt. Got time for at least one more chance. Shepard try to go back, intercepted by Coyne, who will clear it out. 15 seconds left. on the power play. Witt from the right circle. Thinks about it, now goes back to Ennis. 5 seconds left, and Viverito coming the other way. Penalty is over. Here comes Viverito, and it went out of his stick. Tries to center up and went off of Kamoshi, who will hold on.
I tried to get the lines back.
I think you're up next to the line,
Good job, guys. Good job.
It's going to go to the Hawks. Attempted clear. Trying to fight through. He has a shot saved by Kamoshi coming from Viverito. Off the draw, the Big Hawks have it, and attempted clear by Jordan off the safety screen, and they'll be pushed over to the opposite corner. Off the end boards, Viverito tried to center, blocked by Riordan. Trying to look for a lane, pressure to the outside, unable to hold on. Good flight, trying to race it down. Maybe a chance for David Lame, but just enough time bought by Goodfleisch to get the defense back in.
Ryan, looking young.
Back to Young. Tries a shot saved by Trevis and swatted away by Pelka. Back it goes as the Whalers will just chip it down the floor. Both teams will get a change. And trying to catch him on the fly. Riordan tries a shot save, rebound, and cleared away. Darst trying to find his way up to some help along the boards. And they will get it through. And they're going to call icing against the Whalers. They thought that Witt had touched the ball, but they said no, it did not.
You got it? No. Get away.
And they're going to stop the clock yet again for the floor. The clock's at 5:39, and there's this has been a problem all day. There's some rain in the area, and some it's leaking through into the rink. So they're trying to make sure that there's no slipping and sliding anywhere. Just water against plastic, not a good combination.
Ross, yellow.
Won by the Whalers. Tries to push forward. Hawks keep it in. Hooks. Tries a shot, and that one goes out of play. And we'll. And the official Kevin Frost originally said it was going to come out, but the a little disagreement as far as where the face-off should be. But in the end, they're going to say it goes to neutral. Comes out of the zone. They'll just chip it over to the right corner. Darst from behind the net, off the boards. Good swat by Hooks. Will end up giving it back to Mike Cassetta. We'll give it to his brother Nick. Holding and now off the boards. Try to get around Witt. And trying to dig in, and Kamoshi has to make another stop, and down the floor goes. And an icing against the Hawks. Won by the Hawks. Chips up, but Goodfleisch will hang on. He still has the ball. Shot, saved by Kamoshi. Hooks tries to center up, and just passes there by Edgecombe. Tries to center up, off a body, and went through the crease. Attempted clear again, hits the ceiling. Another chance, shot! Where is it? It's in the corner. And clear down the floor. Will this be an icing? Yes, it will. It's going to be the Whalers with control. Quick shot is blocked. Back to Mike Cassetta. Tries to go off the end boards. And is trying to dig in and will get it for the Hawks. Riordan takes a bump into the boards, but they will come out with possession. We'll chip it to the right corner. 3 minutes remaining in the first. Mike Cassetta will take it for the Whalers. Gave it away. Shot saved by Trebus. And the ball goes out of play yet again. And a face-off will stick inside the Whalers zone.
Sorry about that. I almost had it.
I almost had it back door, but
So you're wide open on one side.
One by the Whalers, and he goes over to Nick Cassetta, along with Behrman. Cassetta hits the brakes, looking for a lane. Decides to backtrack at the point. Wrist shot, blocker save by Kamoshi. Hawks with control, chips it up, and ends up giving it back to Nick Cassetta.
Dark, what are you doing?
Chips up, and we'll find Pelka. Left circle, shot save by Kamoshi. Well, Pelka is starting to play two-way.
Back in.
And Coyne unable to hold on. Back to Goodfleisch. Coyne tries to chip to himself, and Kamoshi has been really aggressive out of his net. Oh my goodness, that clearing attempt hit the face of Pavel Pelka.
Hey, watch here, Nick. Watch here, Nick.
There's a wrist shot, and it was offside, and it's coming back.
Yeah. Keep it right. Hold on,
And yeah, the rest were saying that was a shot on net. So it's going to come all the way down. You know the Hawks are not going to be happy about that. They've been disputing a few of the calls as far as placement of the face-off. And still looking for control to go to the Hawks. Ennis around, was looking for Riordan. Back in his own corner. Trying to stretch it up, and will find Lons, who's back after taking that collision earlier. Unable to get around though, and here they come back the other way. Will he chip down the floor? No ice. We continue play. Jordan looking at Viverito, pressured, and will get away. Try to center up. Here's Edgecombe. Going down left in the corner to Justin Viverito. Circles around, shots, and that one just goes wide.
20 seconds, work.
And that was in the crease, and Kamoshi had it underneath. With 16 seconds left. It's won by the Hawks. But dig in, looking for wraparound, it's not by Kamoshi. Kamoshi was not expecting it, but his pads are in the right place. 10 seconds left in the first. And it's going to be cleared out of the zone. Is there going to be an ice? Does not look like it. 4 seconds, and that will be the period. So great pressure on offense. But in the end, just some good goaltending, and we are scoreless after one. Second period, just about ready. A lot of good scoring chances from both sides, but the goaltending has held their ground as we enter the second period scoreless. And attempted centering pass went off of, I couldn't tell if it went off of Coyne or the official. As Hooks will take it behind the net. Just send it around to Martin Witt. Taking a look and we'll just send it down the floor, and an icing against the Hawks. It's going to be won by the Hawks. Attempted clear is successful. Will not make it to the line. Darst sends it around and will. Yeah, a shot their way. That was from NATO, and a good clearing attempt by Mike Cassetta, and the Hawks will clear. NATO tries to sneak around, but Darst wasn't fooled by it, and now here they come the other way. Trying to feed right. Trying to hang on now from the board. Shot is blocked. Helka tries a wrist shot that goes off the wall. And a loose ball and covered up by Kamoshi.
Sorry about that pass. It was too dangerous. I should have held on. Do you have a stick? I'll try to hold on the board. Oh, you have a second stick. Yeah. You know what you need, right or left? Right. Anything. You got I probably got slashed.
It's won by the Hawks. Riordan taking a couple of looks, and now I'll play up to Southern. To an open man. Top of the circle. Shot saved by Trebus. Attempted clear fails. Riordan hanging on. Being pressure now centers up for Lon. Shot going wide. Trebus trying to cover in the near post. It's good. Fleisch will play up to Viverito. Attempted clear fails. Intercepted by Southern. Good poke check. Back to Lon. Shot going wide. Rebound attempt. Save by Trebus.
Alright, let's go.
And toss up for control. It's going to go. Still looking for it. Not clear who's got it. Still not clear. Now it's going to come out. It's going to go to the Hawks. And so they'll take a good look, and it will be Riordan down for the Hawks. Southern with a shot. Glove save by Trebus.
One. Give me one. Brandon. Two. Keep them quick. No, it's okay.
And it's going to go back over to the Whalers, and nearly got our official with it. And here comes Nick Cassetta. Breakaway. Shot. Score! Nick Cassetta continues his dominance with the stick handling. Picks the top right corner. 1-0. Yeah, Nick Cassetta has been a well-known shooter in the A division as everyone crashes to the end boards. Passes over to Lane. It gets around good. Fleisch. He may have lost his footing. Lane backs up a bit on the right circle. Down deep, goes behind the goal line. We'll just play around over to NATO. Off the boards. Trying to look for a win and unable to find anyone. Down the floor it goes. Can he beat the icing?
Come on, Brandon.
And oh my goodness.
Come on, guys.
The Whalers thought that.
Hey, does water need to be cleaned up?
Yeah. I slipped on something again.
The Whalers thought that.
Stop. Hold on.
Good call.
That Nick Cassetta had beat the icing, but the ref said not quite.
Man, I keep white. Good hustle. It's so slippery.
And again, the water is building up again on the end boards. You saw Nick Cassetta take a slip and making that effort to try to beat the icing. And they're going to put the draw at center. One by the Whalers. Darce trying to break through. He'll take a shot, glove save, and will be cleared into the corner by Martin Witt. A backhand shot saved by Kamoshi. Attempted clear. Everyone digging in the slot. Darce trying to crash in, but the Hawks will clear the zone.
One coming slow.
Spread out. Mike Cassetta goes up to Darce with his legs, but Edgecombe will just push it down the floor again. Witt off the boards, down over to Lons, but it got swatted right back. They're not allowed to touch it yet. They were still offside. And going down, both of them was Hooks and Cassetta. Viverito. Try center up again. Viverito. Backhand, that's blocked. Hanging on is Pelka. Try center up, cleared away by Hooks. Lons thinking about it. Takes the outside, but they're offside.
You good? You good? Yeah. Good shit.
One by the Whalers. Pelka will just push it down the floor, but they're going to call icing against the Whalers.
Hey, Lons is hanging back, and he hasn't beat me yet, but he's going to at some point. So, like, I need some type of what? Or he's going to substitute from there, and I'm going to be in the way. So I need.
Toss up.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Back to Ennis. Goes left to Riordan. Tries a wrist shot. That's blocked. Tries to go for a second attempt. Unable. Pilka on the right boards. Plays it off over to Nick Cassetta. Right circle. Shot, and that glanced off the post. Second chance. Go! Yankee Doodle Dandy! How in the world? That was a perfect glove save by Kamoshi. Second chance. Stop by Kamoshi. Oh, man.
Coming hard.
You saw the Whalers bench. They were celebrating it, but that was grand theft. And offside against the Hawks. Woo. Kamoshi just saved a goal for the big Hawks. Everybody in the arena thought that went in.
Got the video evidence. It wasn't. I don't think it was me. It was really close though.
As they get tied up.
You guys are in the perfect place offensively.
Trying to look for Nato, unable. Mike Cassetta trying to clear out, unable. Back it goes over to Darce, who tries to clear up, and he will get to Viverito, who has to get around Riordan. He goes down. No call from anyone. Centers up to an open. Too little, and Kamoshi comes out and covers.
Good luck, Justin. Everything will be solved.
And another shot that was partially blocked. Darce will look for Edgecombe. Cut off by Witt. And backhand shot, glove down by Hooks.
Middle.
And trying to get around. He's looking for a call, and they say no.
Come on, man.
On the circle, backhand. Shot saved by Kamoshi.
Whoa.
Around the boards.
Get back.
He'll come back over to Chris Young. Crosses over to Nito. Tries a shot wide of the net.
Pick up a man.
Young.
Pick up a man. Get it out. Good defense. Oh!
Looks for a lane, decides to go off the boards. Was looking for Shepard. Around and out of play, and a face-off inside the Whaler zone. Won by the Whalers. And kept in. Finds Lons. Shot is blocked. Looking for Goodwin, as that will be back over to Hooks. He can't handle it, and maybe a chance for Nick Cassetta. Shot saved by Kamoshi. And it will be off the boards over to Goodwin, and now back to Lons. Crosses to Southern. Is on the top of the circle. Tries a shot high in the net. It's Pelka looking for Nick Cassetta. Interrupted by Witt. For the point. Tries a one-timer. Unable to get through. Southern trying to fight through. Still hanging on. Trying to go for Lons. He eludes him for a moment. Lons back at the point. Witt shot saved by Trebus.
Watch that back door every time. Going.
3 minutes remain in the second period. So far, Nick Cassetta has the only goal of the game. They came millimeters from making it 2-0. Just played around the boards. Mike Cassetta behind the net. Back on the boards. Ennis had an opening, but got interrupted on the way by Edgecombe. And it will be cleared out into the Hawks bench. And we'll have another face-off. So small, though. Won by the Hawks. Brings it off the outside of the frame. Back to Ennis. Tries to go off the boards. Behind the net. Little miscommunication behind the net between Cassetta and Darst. Back to Ennis. Crosses over. Was looking for NATO. Left circle. Shot is blocked. Pops up in front of the crease. Look out! And they're digging in and covered up by Trebus. It's going to go back to Lons. Shot saved by Trebus. Attempted clear. Knocked down by Ennis.
Get it out.
Right in front of the Hawks bench.
Get it out.
Darst plays off the boards and nearly took our official with it. A knockback over to Lons. Good poke check from Goodfleisch. And we'll just give it off the safety net and back over to Viverito. Less than a minute remaining in the second period. Left over to Goodfleisch. They'll try a shot, and that one just skirts off the stick of Kamoshi. Right corner. Riordan try to clear, knocked out by Pelka. Wrist shot, score! Oh, Pelka! With that sniper shot into the corner, 2-0 for the Whalers.
Coming off. Yeah, good shift, good shift. Defense gets shot each.
That's going to carry more momentum into the intermission for the Whalers. Now leading 2-0. Backhanded in. And look out, maybe a chance for Cassetta. Shot wide of the net. And oh, he had an open chance. And chaos in front of the crease. Another chance. Goes over the net. And now the defense breaking down for the Hawks. 15 seconds. Kept in.
10 on the top.
Glove down by Coyne. 10 seconds left. Shot going wide of the net. One more try. Shot going wide. And a very chaotic end to the period. So Pelka adds another to the tally, and it is a 2-0 lead for the Whalers.
Nice, nice. You don't stand a chance.
Third period underway. It'll be Pelka pushing that right back down to Hooks. Crosses the lane over the lines. Just holds it in. Shot saved by Trebus.
Okay, all right.
And Trebus doing what he can to hold on to that lead. Sutherland with a shot high of the net. And good flash. Does clear it out. Sutherland
Get out there.
tries. Score! One on time by the onside. Lee Sutherland with a slapper to cut the lead in half. It was all about the timing on that play. He was waiting for his teammates to get back on side. And just at the perfect time. So the Hawks not out of this yet. As Kamoshi will drop it off to Ennis. But you got to think back to that save from Kamoshi in the previous period. Yeah, where this would be, this would have been a 3-1 game. But now, big implications made on that save as Ennis gets around. Centers up and could not connect. 2 on 2. Casetta drives the net, shot! Score! It was crashing into the net. It was hard to see if it was in the 5-hole if he somehow chipped it up, but Casetta gets his second of the game. And won by the Hawks. And shot saved by Trebus. And the Whalers now hold a 3-1 lead, and maybe more coming. Here comes Casetta again. Slotted away by Riordan. Plays up to Southern. Will just chip it down and just eludes Chris Lines. Back over to Southern, who will slap it down the floor, but it was behind the blue line and icing against the Hawks.
Oh my God. I almost called for it. Glad of that.
And it goes back over to the Whalers. Shot is blocked. Right corner, centers up, no one available. Back to Pelka. Trying to look for a tip, none available. Back in the left corner to Edgecombe. Centers up, no one available for a tip. Doolittle plays all the boards. No one there. Witt now in a battle with Doolittle. It's going to come out over to the Hawks, and they send this one down all the way for icing, and Chris Lines was just sitting there waiting, but the GPS was off. Won by the Whalers, attempted centering pass, not available. Viverito holding on, tried a shot, it was blocked. Back to Viverito again. Hanging on is Chris Young. Tries to play off the boards and will find help. Tries the centering pass, interrupted. As Viverito will tip it down into the right corner. Chris Young takes a look, sees Viverito coming, and now will play up to Hooks. Covered by Coyne. And centers up, but ends up getting Edgecombe. Left circle. Thinks about it. And intercepted by Hooks, attempted clear, kept in. Viverito behind the net. Now plays back to the point. Shot from Darce, that's blocked. And oh my goodness! A bad bounce against the Hawks, and the Whalers take a 4-1 lead. It took a weird bounce right over Kamoshi.
Great playing, guys. All you. Beautiful. Keep going. Keep going. I got
And back goes to Pelka, and now the Whalers feeling really comfortable now with a 3-goal lead, approaching the halfway point of the third period. Here's Witt. Tried to chip up and ended up getting defeated Lane. And taking a bump was Cassetta, ran into Lons. He wanted a call, did not get it. Here's Ennis. Back to Lons, the return pass. Stretched up, tried to go for Southern, and instead Pelka will take over. It does push out of the zone. Tries to tag out, they do. And slipping was Southern, but he does keep the play going. Riordan going into the corner for Lane. Now battle between him and Pelka. Now back over to Southern. And oh, he lost it. It comes out of the zone. And here comes Cassetta again. Shot just wide of the net. Riordan plays upwards. Tries a shot that's blocked by Mike Cassetta. Behind the net. Good flush. Tries to clear, give it away. Shot saved by Trebus. Back to NATO, centers to Lons. Had an opening for Riordan. He scores! No! It's waved off. Oh, Mitch Stevens waved off the goal. Well, I had to wait for the explanation on that, but the ruling is no goal.
I know.
Well, if things hadn't been frustrating already for the Hawks, it's just gotten worse. Now plays off the boards, Fiorito. And the high slot shot, and that hits traffic on the way. And wrap around, and Kamoshi seals up the 5-hole, and Shepard will clear. And sliding down was Doris. That floor may be getting slippery again. NATO plays back to the corner to Shepard. Wide angle shot stopped by Trebus. And yeah, that's exactly what I suspected. The floor has gotten wet again. As Doris once again took a spill in the corner.
Come on, boys. Come on, Green.
So they're going to take a minute to try to clean that up. In the meantime, the Hawks have got to be frustrated for this period. They have a disallowed goal. They let up 2 goals in this period.
Let's go, boys.
With 6:16 remaining, they need a quick one now.
Watch the points.
Tie up, and it's going to go to the Hawks. Back to Hooks. Wrist shot, saved by Trebus. Back to the point, Witt trying to hang on, fighting off Cassetta, and ends up giving up to Goodfleisch. And we'll just clear the zone, and Hooks will chip it back down over to Lane. Lane gets around to his left. Tries to center up, unable. Off the corner. Lane trying to look for an opening, goes behind the net. Retreats back to the corner, slips for a moment. Tries to give it to Shepard, and down the floor it goes, and it will, they're going to say no because it hit Kamoshi. And it will be Witt for the Hawks. Less than 5.5 remaining. Here's Hawks with a shot going wide. And the Whalers just got away with too many men. Yeah, they were calling one back to the bench, and the refs never saw it. Here's Cassetta. Here's a shot, and that one glances off the outside. 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Whalers came in as number 4 The last time that anyone's come back from that was the Empire. And it's shot going wide, and it will be chipped down the floor between Riordan and Pelka. Pelka gets there first, tries to chip it back to Viverito, but the Hawks will send it right back down. Southern to the right corner, and Darce will take over. 4.5 remaining. Chipped up, and Ennis will take over. They tag up. Shot is blocked. In the left corner again. And going down, and there is a whistle. And that is a penalty, I believe. It will go against the Whalers. And the Big Hawks, not surprisingly, call their timeout.
It's all right, Quinn. You're playing hard. I think. Hey guys, how do we miss it? Quick, bring it in.
So the
Got a penalty to kill. 2 minutes to get through.
so the call is tripping against Ryan Coyne.
We gotta keep going.
But this is the jump start that the Hawks need. They need something to try to turn this thing around. With 4:10 remaining, the time is now.
For the next 2 minutes. Yeah, right now. Get the empty net, don't be greedy.
Either that or hard off the boards, the other wing.
And I start to wonder when they're going to pull Kamoshi. Now the question is, would they pull him this early in order to get the 6-on-4 advantage?
You two go.
Well, right now it does not look like that's what they're going to do. So for now, Kamoshi is going to stay in the nets. Won by the Hawks, Martin Witt off the boards. Southern tries to center up, did not get all of it, and that hit the face of Chris Lons. He was shaken up, and here comes Viverito short-handed. Shot save, Kamoshi!
Get back!
And Chris Lons checking to see if he's cut. And it'll be back to the right corner, lane around over the Southern. Back over to Lons. They'll just throw it to the opposite corner. Shot save by Trevis.
Hey, you want to change? I would have wasted time.
Tie up with a draw, won by the Whalers. Good slice. Attempts to clear, he will get it. So we approach 3 minutes remaining in regulation, a minute remaining in the power play. Southern crosses over to Lane. Tries to chip one in behind the net. Southern tries to go across, looking for Riordan, and Darce went down. Witt chips it back in. Southern with a shot, close save! I mean, he did not even have to move on that glove. It was right in the perfect place. It's back over to Lons. Shot is blocked. Behind the net, and it's going to be a crossover to Viverito. Viverito will clear the zone.
2-1! 2-1!
To a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Viverito gets around, but Witt makes the stop anyway, even though he lost sight. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty. Southern with one last shot, and the penalty is over. Approaching 2 minutes remaining. Back to the right corner. Over to Ennis. And went off a stick and goes out of play. And a face-off coming back to the Big Hawk zone. Less than 2 remaining.
Brian, stay your seat.
Daylight fading on the Hawks. And the officials
Hey, one up. Ben.
telling the Whalers to hurry up.
Stay.
Try to set her up. Good flash for the shot. Save by Kamoshi. Still in the slot. They will clear.
On you.
Good flash in a race with NATO. Good flash getting tied up. Good flash. Gets away, he'll send it down the floor. Can he get to Cassetta? He does. Cassetta waiting, and now he'll play off the side of the net as Young will take over. A minute remaining in regulation. Taking a look, it's Good Fleisch. Trying to battle out with Young. Attempt to clear, fails. Riordan centers up. There's a shot blocked. Did he keep it in? Yes, he did. And back over to the end boards. Pelka around looking for Ryan Coyne. Gets around. Riordan. All he can do is just throw it right back. Inchcombe centers up. Intercepted. Through neutral. Tries a shot blocked by Darst. And they're telling Darst to wind down the clock. And what is going to be one of the biggest upsets. Big Hawks came in at number 2. Whalers came in at number 4. And only 13 seconds away. Not since 2018 have we seen an upset like this. 5 seconds left. One last shot. They dig in one last save. And the Whalers are your Carolina Cup champions. Against adversity, the Whalers with a 4-1 win get back to the top. It has been several years since they've won their last Carolina Cup. To the record book, because for the past couple of years it's been between the Empire and the Big Hawks as far as who was on top. And for them, the Carolina Cup awaits them, something they have not held on to for a few years now.
You guys were a good luck charm, dude. That's three in a row for you. Wow. Wow. Wherever you want to be. All right, boys.
Already in time. Best of the best. MVP for football. Youth overcame adversity, coming in as number 4 seeds. Did a great job. But there was one person that really helped this team. Number 10, Nick Cassetta. A player with such skill, with one such as Nick Cassetta, has just been a big threat across the league, not just in the A division, but definitely among the best of the RSHL.
Feelings a good time.
So with that, we'll be back for the wrap-up.
All right, well, let's do one more. Yeah.
Good Nick Cassetta, MVP of the A Division final. A player with such great skill, such great speed, stick handling. Just where does all that come from?
Man, I don't know. I grew up playing hockey in the street with my friends. I always loved playing out here, roller hockey at XL, and finally got to show my skills in the A Division. So pretty.
So the two goals that you scored, again, just that burst of speed. You're among the best that we have seen in the A Division in quite a long time, and especially as someone of your stature compared to other players in the A Division. So how is it that you take advantage of that?
Well, like you said, my speed I think is probably my biggest asset. I'm not big enough to throw guys around, so I just got to run around them any way I can.
And as we mentioned earlier, you came in as the number 4 seeds up against the defending champions, the number 2 seed Big Hawks. So it's like you got that underdog feeling. So what is it that you do to overcome all that? What came into your mind coming into the game?
Well, I guess I was thinking earlier, I don't think I've ever been this nervous for a ball hockey game, but I really wanted to win a championship with my dad at some point, and finally got to do that.
And indeed you did with Mike Cassetta. I mean, he's won a few championships of his own. It's been, was it like 3 years now since the Whalers have won one?
4 years.
4 years. Yeah. But finally back on the podium. They get the Carolina Cup, and Nick Cassetta gets the Oak Bowl for MVP. So that is it in the A Division. But we are not done yet. We still have the All-Star game coming up shortly. So stick around for that. But till then, this is Danny Wilson from XL Sports World. We'll see you next time.